So it's Thursday the 26th of March. We're into day 3 of the lockdown in the UK that isn't a lockdown. So I'm out for my one piece of exercise per day. Advised to run solo or to walk solo, or to get out and do your one exercise. I mean, you see the weather is superb this week, so it's been a shame we've all had to stay in our own homes, but when you get out, when you get that opportunity, it feels even more worthwhile because the weather is just amazing. So it's about 13, going on for 14 degrees Celsius. It's cold overnight. There's actually a frost this morning, but it's warming up very quickly. The roads are quieter than they were on Monday. You can still see there's movement, still vehicles going around. But yeah, I went to the Aldi, local Aldi yesterday, and just had to queue outside because they don't want too many in the shop at the same time, so you'll keep, it's okay, I'll go this way. Everybody keeping their 2 meters distance, which is good, and but it was fully stocked. So I think after the initial panic, bulk buying, it's calmed down to as close to as normal as you can get in these circumstances. I've got eggs, I've got toilet roll, which I hadn't seen since we landed over a week ago back in the UK. And good to say family and friends are pretty much all right. We know of a few cases locally and in the family. I've just spoken to my Dutch colleagues, had a couple of meetings. Now, of course, a smaller country seems to be declining numbers now, so the overall numbers of patients in hospital and are being observed is obviously going up because it takes 10 to 14 days to recover, so there'll always be that lag. But the number of new cases, which is a strong barometer, is gradually decreasing, and I think we've had 3 days of that in the Netherlands, 4 days in Italy. I appreciate the concerns about whether we're testing, so it's a denominator there, but the number of hospital admissions, that's gradually declining. But of course, as I point out, that will mean that numbers in hospitals, demands for respirators and beds will keep increasing for probably 10 to 14 days. And then what we hope is that these slight reductions in daily numbers will then start to bite and create a little bit of a respite, maybe. So we'll see. These all take a little bit of time to shake out. So I'm just going to run today up to the Ampfield Woods and back again, just to take an opportunity to explore the trails on my doorstep, which I don't always do as thoroughly as I should when I'm here. So I'll get to the woods and I'll let you know how it's going there. So I made it to the Potter's Heron pub. There it is. Had a big fire, it was 2 years ago now, went right into the roof, destroyed all the roofing and obviously the thatch. They seem to have recovered from that. It's also a hotel there, so I don't know whether they've had to close down completely or whether they've still got some residents that they need to stay open for. Okay, so we're coming to the edge of Ampfield Wood now. This is a bit restricted in this area. There are little trails. But the woodland management expanded a few years ago, so there's seems to be less available for public use, but it seems that the ones that are there, or a couple of them anyway, are pretty well maintained. There's a couple that aren't, that are just utter quagmires most of the time of the year. You can still see there's a flow of traffic. This is the country road from Winchester in Hampshire across the Romsey, so there's still regular traffic along there. Like, you can see there's people out cycling, which is good to see. So we're into Ampfield Wood. Just a few people through Knapp, a little village that just precedes this entrance. What I'm going to do today is a little loop within the woods. Can get very muddy in here, even when we've had a dry spell like this. There'll be whole paths that will still be partly underwater, but it's a nice area to have very close by. And then if you go beyond this, you then head up into the Slacksteads up towards Farley, and then ultimately up to the Farley Mount country park area. So yeah, absolutely lovely day today, just right for running at a slow tempo. Yeah, this is what I mean about the management around here. So normally this would be a loop, you carry on through here. They obviously blocked it off, and this is a frequent thing in these woods. They just keep shutting areas off, so it becomes more and more unclear where you go over the years. I mean, I've been running and walking and cycling through here on and off for over 25 years now, and it does change. So I'll look for another path. Obviously I'm not going to go barging through there, even though it is quiet today. Seen a few people, about a family of 4 and another couple walking, so pretty quiet still, but yeah, considering it's midweek and busy for these sorts of areas, these kind of wilder areas. Let's see if I can find another way around, otherwise I'll just double straight back and go back the way I came. So I've carried on up Claypole Road. Yes, this is officially a road. I think technically it's a boat, a byway open to all traffic. That carries on and joins a road in a moment. So I'm going to cut down, see if this is possible. It isn't always, this top path, and see if, so this will be a lot longer loop. Obviously see there's been some horses, but there does seem to be a bit of a dry, flatter trail on the outside that walkers have made, so this should be possible today anyway. I think a few weeks ago in the rains it wouldn't have been, but yeah, still on my own, still running solo, so hopefully I'll be able to loop around at the end. Otherwise I'm going to have to double back and come back this way. Yeah, so you can see here, this is almost destroyed as a walking or running path. There are dry bits occasionally, but you've got to keep skipping across. But this is horses and the forestry vehicles coming through that just wreck it and don't make good on it. So it's not too bad, but there's been places where you're just trying to hop from tussock to tussock to make your way across. Yeah, so this is just tricky, and it's a mixture of clay, chalk and sand, so the sandy bits are fine, but where you get these muddier clay sections, they can get destroyed in no time at all, really. So, but not as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting a few falls of water by now, and I haven't got one yet. So now I'm going to turn, try and do a loop. So we're going to see that carries on to another part of the wood, to the very westward side of it, towards the hillier gardens. So I'm going to try and make my way back, loop back into Knapp and Ampfield, and then head back from there. Another jump. Yeah, I can see the footpath. So this is the other side of where it was blocked off for me earlier. See, the footpath is clearly marked, but I'm wondering whether it's just unsafe through there or something like that. It's just a bit of a shame they don't notify you in advance and just make sure other paths there's other alternatives marked and made available. But there you are. It's very easy just to put up a notice and bung a fence across and then tell everybody to keep out. But there we go. Sorry, I get better and twisted about this sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to head back now. On my way back, I'll loop back round to the southeast side of the woods and then head out back through Knapp and Ampfield and then head back home. So this is Chapel Wood. There you can see the chapel in Knapp. This is just outside on the edge of Ampfield, and this is a public right of way through here, which is rather nice. They keep this maintained, and yeah, so I can do a little cut through here and avoid being on the road. It's very quiet and secluded. So nice run on. I'll be now on the road on the way back, so hopefully be nice and quiet. But it's been a nice run out today anyway, so we'll see how things progress in the next few days, and hope that numbers start declining and we get a view of normality returning at some point in the future. Anyway, here we are back on the main road back towards Winchester.